I'm Pam for FuseTV. We are here at Hot Dog Musique and Cinema, where Sean Nicholas Savage just performed. Where are you coming from?
Montreal.
You have a new element.
Karn's backing me up. We're using vintage synthesizers and drum machines and a fretless synth bass. I play some white key lead lines, and he's doing the drums and the bass, and we've got some new mic effects we're taking on the road. So it's a pretty exciting time in music right now.
Phil,
can you show us the instrument that you're playing, like the guitar synth?
I found it in Victoria, BC. A man used it. He was a church bass player. He was like a church man, and they owned a bed and breakfast as well. And his wife, who was there but he wasn't, sold me this instrument and its counterpart for a song. A lot of the time I end up finding broken instruments that people are saying like they're not working, and you know, it's like owning a car. I guess if you want to take responsibility for this tool and have a relationship with it, rather than just being like a end user.
How did you guys meet?
Sean was living in Sebastian's apartment for a while.
It was my apartment when I started living there.
That's true. Yeah. So Sean set off a sequence of people living in this particular white cube.
Is that how I met you in there?
Maybe before. I mean, we hung out at Break and stuff. We just have a lot of mutual friends, yeah.
So now we're working together.
I saw the last show that you played by yourself. And it really moved me. I must say that I was sitting down for the whole show, and I think I cried a little bit. And
that was a good show.
It was a really good show.
Yeah, that was good.
Who else did you play with that night?
Kieran Blake, my friend from Montreal, played that night, and Matt Perry, actually.
That's right.
Yeah, he's great. I lived with him a couple times, and good friend of mine. I just got him. I work in this really nice restaurant in Montreal called the Sparrow, and I just got him a job there. And we were talking one night about him coming to London because I wanted him to meet you guys. He's a great singer-songwriter. But just as he was walking out the door, I was like, "I'll email Mike tomorrow." and then he was like, "Oh shit! Like, the day you leave, I take your shift." So he's cutting up carrots and scrubbing dishes right now.
Under the street lights, let's go out into the alley. Let's get drunk, so drunk, so drunk, so drunk, so.
People who are like close to me and I'm fans of their music and things, that old friends come out. Typically all will come out if I have like an album release or it's a special like lineup or something like that. It's a celebration show, you know, if I just put an album out, or all my friends are coming. So that's always a great night. And usually on a great night I'm good because, like, why would I'm not sick or anything. It's a fun night. but that's not the norm. I get put in some pretty funny situations, and when it's rock bottom, hilarious situation, I chuckle and I'm like, I have done more of those like weird shows than anyone. I'm like, I'm a whiz at that. A bunch of old people at a hospital or something. I got them. It's weird, man. It happens to me all the time. I definitely think that I am seasoned.
All weather.
Yeah, I don't know if that answers the question, but experience.
So it was an exciting time, though, when you were starting out. There was just a lot of new music kind of coming out of Edmonton.
Certain neighborhood, maybe not a neighborhood, but like a posse. There's a indie scene, and then there was a chunk of the indie scene that had Mac DeMarco and Sans Aids and myself and like the Wicked Awesomes, and I could just name drop for a while. A bunch of bands. Yeah. And then everybody left.
Yeah. And now they all live down the street. We all live on the same street.
Well, some people moved to Vancouver too.
Yeah.
Bunch of bands. I think Mac moved to Vancouver, and Peace was going in Vancouver, which was members of the Bummers, which was a big band at the time.
And I briefly played with Cadence Weapon, who's from Edmonton, who also lives down the street, who also like obviously moved to Montreal and is doing very well. And
yeah, but he was. I was working at HMV. He was a smash hit already.
He was true. But he was young. I mean, he was younger. He's younger than all of us. So maybe not now. Maybe he's surpassed us.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Thanks so much, Sean and Phil, for coming. What do you guys say about waffles for dinner?
Sounds good. Sounds real good.
Okay, let's do it. Thanks so much. About the bats? Oh, I thought you were batting